Your guys' future is so bright. I had to bring shades. No, I'm just kidding. On a more serious note, before I begin, I'd like to try something. Would each and every one of you please pull out your cell phones? Unless you're recording me, because hi. All right, now I want you to open the Instagram app, hit the search bar, and type in AVERY_SPICE and hit follow. Thank you. Principal Heaton, members of the school board, faculty, fellow graduates, friends, distinguished guests, and family members, I welcome you to the graduation of Canyon View High School's class of 2018. Most of you students have worked hard and have excelled in every one of your classes over the past 12 years, except for 3 of you. This year was, in a way, a fresh start for CVHS. Last year, we saw the departure of 13 amazing teachers and administrators. But this year, we welcomed 13, if not equal, but better staff members. This year was also my first year in student government, and I was beyond terrified. We had all new administrators, so not only was student government going to wing it this year, but it seemed that the administration was as well. However, I have the utmost respect for the 3 individuals sitting behind me. If each of you could stand as I read your names: Principal Heaton, Mrs. King, and Mr. Robinson. To each of you, I thank you for the amazing year we've had and the perseverance each of you maintained while dealing with my crazy dreams and ideas. Each of you defied the odds and befriended us here at Canyon View High School and will continue to better the shape and future and culture of CV. This year as well has been the most stressful year of my life, but also the most rewarding. This year, I witnessed not only Canyon View, but also the surrounding community come together to help one of our own flock. CV has nurtured that same culture it started 21 years ago. The beginning of this year started like every other year before it, with the welcome assembly on the main basketball court. I would like to review the history of that court. It is on that floor that we, as freshmen, were scared out of our minds. It is on that floor that we, as sophomores, were still very scared. It is on that floor that we, as juniors, were a little less terrified. And it is on that floor that I, as a senior, led that welcome assembly that featured yours truly, sporting a not quite revealing pair of Oscar the Grouch underwear over neon green spandex that read, "Grouch is in the house." It is also over that floor the name and plaque of Coach Steve Hodson hangs. It is on that floor that he became one of the 3 coaches to ever win championships with boys and girls teams on the high school level, and the only coach to ever win state championships in 2 different schools with 3 different teams. Coach Hodson fought multiple cell myeloma for 8 years, a cancer that has an average lifespan of 2.5 years. After 8 years, on November 3rd, 2008, it was a tragic day when the word spread that Coach Hodson had passed away. It is on that floor that Mrs. Hodson and her family, along with Coach Blackner, Coach Potter, and the CVHS administration, as well as the many people who volunteer their time, would go on to head to the start of the Hodson Cancer Classic. For all of us that have been privileged to be taught by Mrs. Hodson, you know she's often, sometimes upon request, referred to as our benevolent queen, and that she is. Since its beginning in 2010, the tournament has raised over $60,000 for families fallen victim to cancer. This year was the last year of Mrs. Hodson's career at CVHS, and to Mrs. Hodson, not only do I and everyone in attendance, but also those who you have taught over your career, and all of those families in our community that have been blessed by your constant efforts to help and support them in their toughest times, say thank you. It is on that floor where I had the privilege of overseeing the fundraising of over $3,000 raised mostly by just the students for one of our very own students here at Canyon View. It is on that floor where I witnessed the coming together of the community. On January 1st, the CV family heard the news that would change their lives. On that day, Mr. Jake Ziegler had a seizure for the first time in his life. He was taken to the hospital where after several tests, he was diagnosed with a stage 4 glioblastoma brain tumor. This tumor is a highly aggressive form of brain cancer that is ultimately incurable, yet to this day he fights on. Zig, as most would call him, currently is a teacher here at Canyon View High School. In addition, teaches driver education. He has coached many kids in baseball, golf, and football over the past 20 years. Through efforts of our community, we have raised over $26,000 on GoFundMe, in addition to donation buckets at both CV and Cedar High School basketball games. Concerts here at CV were dedicated to him, and the surplus funds from the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic were donated as well. It is also on that floor that I thought I would be giving this speech. However, giving the speech here tonight made me realize something pointed out by my father. It doesn't matter where graduation is, because that court, with its beautiful yet epic history and lineage of family, extends with each and every one of us as we say goodbye, and it will follow us wherever we go. When looking back on our experiences at Canyon View High School, the school across the street, and our individual elementary schools, it's easy for one to look back on the negatives. The first day of school, every single Monday morning, if not every morning. AP exams, the ACT, assemblies where the student body president rambles for 20 minutes about things you quite frankly do not give a crap about. But instead of looking back at the cons, look back at the past 12 years of school as a positive. The wisdom and lessons your teachers taught you, your most beloved friendships that without school would not exist. The first day you ditched a class, the first time you ever held hands with a girl or a guy, the first time, at least for you more fortunate ones, you found out your crush liked you back. The first time you had a parent-teacher conference with your teacher who, just before 5 hours ago, had yelled at you for talking too much, but tells your mom that you're such an angel in class and a privilege. Your first A, your first high school dance, your first high school game where linked arm to arm with your friends began the Let's Get Rowdy cheer. The first time, and probably only time, you felt the floor break under your feet during a mosh pit at grads, and realizing that the class of 2018 doesn't raise the roof, we bring it down. And if you're as fortunate as me, the first time you were told by someone other than your parents and family to be yourself and try not to fit in because they saw true potential in you. Sorry. One sec, sorry. Gosh. Get all emotional. Okay. We all walked through those doors at one time and stood on that court. That court witnessed the best and worst of our lives up to this point. Whether it be this field, the floor of your first job, or the road you travel on, may you all look back at the court and know what it represents and bring the atmosphere of family and friendship of Canyon View with you. Now, on this field, whether you're a parent, student, or anyone else, I ask you one thing: to live your life. Don't waste your days on the negative energy of others. Remember that you're not your salary, you're not your house, you're not your car. And no matter how big your bank account is, your grave is 6 feet under just like everyone else's. So enjoy the day you have. Worry not about the days that came before you, nor the ones that will follow you in death. Do what you desire most to do, because no matter where you go, there's always going to be someone that's interested in what you're interested in. Remember that right here, in this moment, is all you're guaranteed. And the fact that you're living is what life is all about. So live your life to the fullest, according to your happiness and the betterment of all. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018! Woo!
Thanks, Dallin. Fellow students, here at the Canyon, we have endured 4 years here at the Canyon. Hopefully, you will remember the memories you have created here at the Canyon. Sorry, I guess it doesn't work quite as well without the toupee, but, you know, we'll make do, I guess. A lot has changed since 2014 when we started high school. Bitcoin has risen in price. Marvel has stopped making original movies, and our memes have progressed. That's probably the most important one, or regressed, depending on how you look at it. Our freshman year, if you'll remember, we were obsessing over Minor Mistake Marvin and Awkward Moment Seal, and we've come a long ways. Now we have memes about things that really matter, like consuming Tide Pods, and joking about Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook leak, and also a boy that yodels in Walmart. I don't know. I don't get it, but hey. A lot has changed, but some things really don't change that much. We still have useless debates. In freshman year, we're talking about the colors of a dress, but now we're talking about if the voice says Laurel or Yanny. It says Laurel, by the way. But whatever. I wanted to go over a few memories that we've had, and we've made a lot of memories. We've had a good showing in sports. One of my favorite sports memories was sophomore year. We were in the region championship against North San Pete, and our boys team was just popping off this year. We were doing super well, and we go to this region championship game with North San Pete, and it's 4 overtimes, and we come away with the W. So that was a good memory. Another one, thank you. Yeah, another one was all the swim trips when we shaved our legs. 4 dudes sitting in a hotel bathtub shaving our legs, and I just have one comment about that. All gentlemen in the audience, if you've never shaved your legs, I would encourage it just one time, just so you can experience it. It's something else. There were also many memories made in the classroom, and it's hard to just pick a few, but I decided to highlight a couple of my favorites. The first are Mrs. Bailey's weird analogies between science and dating. Yeah. Mr. Christensen's insults that are somehow really touching, like la-la face or pot smoker. And the ones that I shared, these are kind of lighthearted moments, but there are some that have really changed who I am, and I'll get to those in a minute, but remember those memories and let them change you. Don't let it be a passive thing. Let them change you for the better. There are a few thanks that I would like to make. First, Mr. Byers. To say the least, he is a confident man. And he's really taught us to be confident and make mistakes loudly so that we know what we're doing wrong. And so thank you for helping us gain our confidence. Mrs. Merrill. Oh, yes, thank you. And Mrs. Merrill for attempting to teach us how to write. Although if a professor in college writes on my paper why, how, or so what, I may experience post-traumatic stress. And I'd also like to thank my parents who have been there for me all of high school and my whole life and that have raised me. You've influenced me tremendously. And finally, I'd just like to thank my Heavenly Father for helping me through this wonderful journey and blessing me with all of my skills. Going into this unknown world is quite terrifying. There's a lot of sadness in this world, and most of the contention in the world, in my mind, comes about from one question that we ask ourselves, and that is, we ask, what is in it for me? What can I gain from it? As we've progressed through high school, we focus primarily upon ourselves and in sports and in academics, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can lead to some selfish paths, and so I'm going to be speaking about how we can hopefully fix that. Luckily, we've had some incredible role models in our lives, and I am so honored to be your valedictorian. My achievements look great on paper, but they come from tangible things, and that's not the only thing that matters in this world. There are intangible things, emotions, and other things like that that are just as, if not more important than the tangible things in life. And it saddens me that the people with those wonderful qualities of being able to console others don't get recognized. And so I'd just like to take a moment to mention a few of those people that have made an impact in my life. The first was a couple of months ago. I was walking through the hall, and on one of the stone benches outside of the auditorium, one of our students, I don't remember who it was, but they were sitting down and they were quite sad. And sitting next to that person, next to that student, was Principal Heaton. I don't know if he remembers this story, but it made an impact in my life. And I haven't really been able to get to know Mr. Heaton very well, but this act of kindness that he showed meant a lot to me, and it stuck with me. And he's such a busy man. There's so much more he could have been doing, but he took the time to step out of his way and help this student. The other person that I'd like to mention is one of our graduates, and that's Jordan Anderson. Where are you, Jordan? Being on the swim team with Jordan, I saw her help many students, many swimmers that were having a hard time. If we didn't get the time that we wanted, sometimes we'd be pretty down, and she was always there to pick us right back up. And we need more people like Jordan Anderson and Principal Heaton. There's so many other students and faculty members that have done the same. It would take too long to list them all, but for you guys that have helped us with our happiness and bringing the school up, you guys are the ones that really make the school bright and make it a wonderful place to be. And so I thank you for all that you have done for me. Graduates, I challenge you now to think of a person in your life that has helped you in this way that I've mentioned, and thank that person, and then model what they do. Try it for yourself. As we go into the workforce, I have no doubt that we can really improve the economy, but more importantly, I think if we help those around us, if we put them first always, then we can make a difference in people's lives, not just the economy or the world as a whole. Wow. But anyway, I hope that you guys will focus on others as you continue on with your life. It will bring you more happiness, and it will bring others happiness as well. As we receive our diplomas, I would first like to apologize to whoever has to read our names. You'll for sure mispronounce some of our names, but as long as you don't pull a John Travolta from the Oscars in 2014 and call one of us Adele Dazeem, I think you'll be just fine. That's all I have. Thank you so much, class of 2018, and congratulations. Good luck.
have heroes, someone to look up to, someone we seek guidance from, someone who achieves the impossible. I want to share the story of one of my greatest heroes. This hero isn't some historical figure or renowned celebrity that many of us look up to. My hero is a 10-year-old boy. His story starts earlier than where I will begin, but for the purpose of tonight, I'll begin a bit later, a bit more recently. In February of this year, this boy was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, a form of cancer occurring within the lymphatic system. For the past year, he visited many doctors trying to find reasons for his daily fevers, breathing problems, swollen lymph nodes, and lack of energy. He had been diagnosed with both anemia and asthma, but each was not what was causing him so much pain. Finally, the doctors discovered a mass in his chest after taking a CAT scan, and he was immediately rushed up north to Primary Children's, where the diagnosis was given. He returned to his family almost 2 weeks later, completely exhausted. Over the course of the next several months, he received chemotherapy treatment every 3 weeks for 3 days during each visit. Each time after receiving chemotherapy, he hits a low point where he feels awful, and even one time went into septic shock. On his good days, when his blood counts are high, he can sometimes attend school for a day or two and reunite with his friends. What I admire in this boy through all of this is that he's never once complained. Even at his lowest point, he takes it. Despite his loss of hair, intense pain, or disconnection from school and friends, he has never spoken a word of complaint. He has never felt sorry for himself. In fact, he does quite the opposite. He's one of the happiest people alive. He loves his bald head, getting a good laugh every time a toddler gets their first glimpse, pointing in absolute shock. He invented his own dance move, something that's a mix between flossing and the grapevine. And he performs that every time someone needs a laugh. He draws incredible pictures of mystical creatures and gives them away to others dealing with their own illnesses. He has the biggest heart and the most selfless character. And I am more than proud to call him my brother. Jonah is this 10-year-old boy. He has taught me more over the course of the past 4 months than many people may learn in a lifetime. Through his quiet example, I have learned that happiness is a choice. He always has a smile even when he is in pain. He has taught me to be proud of my differences. You don't see many 5th graders walking around with no hair, but he does, and proudly. He has taught me to use my talents to lift others, as he did when he colored a picture for a girl in a hospital room close to his. I've learned that I have no idea the extent of what others are going through, and I need to do all that I can to know that they are loved and that they are strong. I've learned that although we don't get to pick our challenges, we can choose how we react to them. Just like a hurdle race, each competitor has hurdles, whether they like it or not. That is just the fact of the race. Each can choose to give up and not race, to hesitantly step over each hurdle, to crawl underneath, or to jump it at full speed. Above all, Jonah has shown me that we are stronger than we know. Each of us, we are all strong. We can do things we never thought we could. We can stand up for ourselves in any situation. We can make difficult choices when the odds are against us, and succeed. The strength of our class can be seen on the top floor of the district office building, the banners in our gym, this year's BTF theme, and our adaptation to change with the 5-block schedule, the flex, changing from 3A to 4A. We've done it all through these changes. And as we continue through life, whether it be in college, career, mission, marriage, or military, we each need strength. And we already possess strength. With each homework assignment, kind word, phone call, goodbye, win, loss, we've been building strength. But without action, our strength is nothing. As a clever man once said, take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've admired, every puny little thing that you've ever accomplished is the result of taking action. You have a choice. You can either be a passive victim of circumstance, or you can be the active hero of your own life. If Sterling Scholar taught me anything, it was to use the knowledge I have obtained to benefit the lives of others through leadership and service. We are each our own scholar. We each possess unique skills no other person has. Whatever skill that is, find it, use it, and help it to lead and serve. In the words of Napoleon Dynamite, those could be nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, or computer hacking skills. And then comes a great life lesson: girls only want guys who have great skills. Just remember that we are all strong and we all are needed. We all have something to offer to make a difference in the world. Each little thing we do will amount to something great. We've earned our wings, so let's take them and fly.
Don't you just love graduations? Come on, when it's yours, you love it. Sorry, audience. I love graduations because not only is it like the start for you guys, something brand new, it's also the end of another school year. Wait, I said that backwards. Anyway, I like it best because I get to put on this form-fitting gown. Great for nunchaku concealment, but not for practice. Oh, wow. Each year, the Canyon View teachers select a boy and a girl of the year. I was asked to present this honor, probably because Mr. Brown knew he'd be too tall and still catching sun. We were hoping that I would be short enough, but that part didn't work out. And the other part, maybe they're hoping I say something inappropriate. So listen up. As teachers, we look for students who are involved and who are not only outstanding students, but also outstanding people. This year, we took this already outstanding class and narrowed it down to 4 boys and 4 girls, from which we selected the Boy and Girl of the Year. So it is my privilege to announce first the nominees for the 2017-18 school year. So if your name is called, stand to be recognized. Let's start off with the girls first. The nominees for Girl of the Year are Bryn Banks, Brynlee Bybee, Mallory Melling, and Michaela Stephenson. Thank you. You can relax. All right, nominees for the Boys of the Year: Avery Spice Whitaker, Dallin Duncan, Sterling Bradshaw. And our final nominee for Boy of the Year is Brandon Steed, who is right here on the front row. All right, you all can relax. The fun starts now. I will give you a progressive reveal of the Girl of the Year first. She played basketball for CVHS. Thank you. One guy up there. She participated. Oh, you guys can sit down. Sit down, relax, relax. This is just, you only need to get nervous if you're the one. Let's see, basketball. She also participated in the Chemical Olympics, where she kept most of her skin. She was on the yearbook staff, and she's been a member of the Honor Society. She has won various awards in FFA, including specifically Creed speaking. Look it up. She has also won awards as part of the parliamentary procedure team. She helped to make the coat drive happen at Canyon View and has served as captain of girls track and also girls cross country teams. Now, this is the important part. She is visually artistic as well. She was the outstanding student in painting too, and she once captured a photograph which was so great it was on display in the home of Joe Biden. You remember him, former vice president, right? Of the United States. The student body judged her to be the most likely to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, just stick with me here. Drummers, who's on snare over there? Maybe a cymbal. I'm going to try my luck at a bad lamb joke. That wasn't it. I got more puns than that. I'd appreciate at least a complimentary laugh from y'all in the shade. Now, I don't know whether you will get this joke or not. Come on, this is Southern Utah. Male, female, okay. I won't go further. Look it up. All right. So this lamb goes into a bar, and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" Why the long face? Ah, there we go. All right. Now, I know that was a horrible setup, but I just needed to mention that this Girl of the Year has also raised show lambs and took honors in various competitions. She has taken multiple advanced placement and concurrent enrollment courses, including Art History 1010, which in some way, inexplicably, to me, was not in her Sterling Scholar binder. Now look, I'm not mad. That's just another segue. Because, yeah, she's one of our Sterling Scholars. She earned it in agricultural science. So by now you should know who it is. Though she may or may not still be willing to catch lizards, snakes, and frogs as she did as a young girl in Bryan, Texas, she certainly will be wearing one of her many pairs of boots, except I'm wrong. I was hoping for the red Paddingtons. Oh well. Our Canyon View Girl of the Year is Michaela Jo Stephenson. Come on up. All right, we present her with the award and also a check for an undisclosed amount of money. All right, thank you. All right, now for the Boy of the Year. This young man has played tennis, ran cross country, and has been a competitive swimmer for CVHS. He is a member of Hope Squad as well as a member of FBLA. One teacher said of him, although he seems to have it all, good looks, extreme intelligence, musical ability, he remains humble, never gloating or boasting. He earned the Eagle Scout Award and worked as a staff member at the prestigious Timberline National Youth Learning Camp. This kid actually founded a math club at Canyon View High. Come on, give it up for that one. Woo! All right, he served as the chief editor for the yearbook and was voted most intelligent by his peers, the student body. He's played the cello for 4 years running in the Philharmonic Orchestra, and as you just saw, he can do it in a dress, too. Yeah, guess what? He made mads! Madrigals? All right. He has completed multiple advanced placement and concurrent enrollment courses, not including Art History 1010. Now, due to the possible awkwardness of this next quote, I'm going to keep the teacher's name very confidential. My greatest hope is that my daughters will one day marry a guy like him. And that is the highest praise I can give him. Yeah, he's the math Sterling Scholar. Though his last name is not Scholar, his first name, you guessed it, is Sterling. 2017-18 Boy of the Year, Sterling Bradshaw. Thank you all.
Feeling Before I start, I would like to point out there's going to be a change in the program. If you look down there, you'll see that it lists Superintendent Delaney will be accepting the graduates. She will also be delivering the address. So those of you who are going to be singing the school song, there won't be a second address. It'll just be that one, and you need to be ready to sing. Wow. You guys are talented. You look pretty good sitting down there in all that beautiful regalia with the lute and all the things that you've earned over the last 4 years. That's awesome. Thank you to all those of you who helped make this possible, from teachers and our district administrators and our board members, parents and family. If your graduate doesn't tell you thanks, smack them on the back of the head like you see in that one cop show or the NCIS where Gibbs, yeah, they need to tell you. A couple of things. As each student comes up when we do the March of the Graduates, they'll step through the CV. We ask that you refrain from using noisemakers or air horns or things like that so that you don't drown out. We want you to celebrate your student, but please don't drown out the recognition for the student who follows him or her. Also, due to the circumstances, as you can see, it's not going to be possible to get down here and take pictures. However, we will have some photos taken for you of each student, and those will be sent out to the email we have on file for you and your student. Well, class of 2018, here we are. Yep. So at the conclusion of our event tonight, you're going to head off into the world and leave your mark. Hopefully you're a little bit joyful. And if you're not a little bit nervous, you're either crazy or lying to me. So that's okay. You worked hard to get to this point. And those efforts deserve recognition, and you deserve congratulations. You're amazing individually and as a group. So, as you run off to this world of adulthood, as old people sometimes do when they have a captive audience of young people, I like to say just a few things, but I'll keep it short. So please remember, the first thing I want you to do is I don't want you to mistake beginnings for endings. And what I mean by that is, like tonight, you're going to stop and you're going to reflect on your accomplishments, and hopefully you're real proud of yourself. But just remember, this isn't the end of anything. This is just the opportunity for to continue and for a new chapter in your lives. And I hope that you continue to set goals and work hard and to grow professionally and personally. Continue to be awesome as you continue your education, as you enter military service, take on new jobs, and engage in the process of becoming the best you that you can be. Remember that when you wake up tomorrow, your diploma is not a receipt from your past. It's your ticket to your future. Second, and this was touched on beautifully, remember to be grateful. Express that gratitude to those around you. I hope you've taken time to do that to your parents and your teachers and anyone else that supported you as you've gotten to this point. There is great power in the expression of gratitude. In times when life is great, it's the icing on your cake. When you face challenges, and I promise there'll be those, and that's okay, that's how life works, finding even one small thing to be grateful for will help calm your pain and your frustration, and it'll power you through. If you take time every day to think of just one thing to be grateful for, your life will be richer and more meaningful. You'll enjoy your successes more, and you'll be able to weather those inevitable challenges better. Last, there's no substitute for hard work. A wise man once said that people often fail to recognize opportunity because when he shows up, he's usually dressed in overalls and he looks a lot like work. You've worked hard to get to this point. Continue to do that and take advantage of those opportunities. My adult children often tell me, "Dad, adulting is hard." Well, I agree. However, when I ask them if they would trade their spouses or children or homes for something easier, they all say, "No way." Each of you will create your space, your place in life through your own efforts. You have many tools, and you have the ability to get any other tools that you might need. Your potential plus hard work will equal success. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. I challenge you to turn your faces to the future. Be grateful for what you have. Work hard for that to which you aspire, and the path forward will be rich and beautiful. I have no doubt. Superintendent Delaney, I'm happy to present to you the Canyon View High School class of 2018. They have successfully completed the requirements for the graduation of the state of Utah, Iron County School District, and Canyon View High School. Congratulations.
All right. I wasn't going to say anything about this, but Avery and Bren, you've given me license to do that. I was on my way home from California a couple of Sundays ago, and I got a call on my phone, on my cell, from Hunter Shaheen, who oversees our safety for the district. And I thought he was punking me because he said, "Superintendent, the boardroom floor is caving in." And I said, "No way." And he assured me that yes, in fact, and texted me a photo. I'm grateful for two things, and gratitude has been mentioned. Number one, that no one was hurt, and number two, that we have good insurance. I've been so impressed with the speeches so far this evening, and for the comments about courage and gratitude, and I'm thankful for that, and for the kindness that I've seen from students and staff at Canyon View High School. Sterling, your recognition of Principal Heaton. Thank you. This is an awesome site, and I'm not going to take very long because I know you guys are ready for the good stuff. I know that each of you have traveled a road that has been at times fraught with obstacles and challenges as well as accomplishments and joy. Please know that I recognize this and I admire your determination. Eleanor Roosevelt, wife of the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, said, "We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that which we think we cannot." The achievements that you have made in getting this diploma are only the beginning, as Principal Heaton has indicated. You will continue to set goals and work towards obtaining those things that will bring you joy in life. You will face challenges and you will need to do hard things. Please know that we, along with those who love and care about you, have a tremendous amount of belief in you and your potential. My charge to you is to not let fear paralyze you, to face the hard things in life and do that which you think you cannot. As you meet and experience challenges that you are certain to find as you move into the next phase of your life, it is my hope that you won't forget to find the joy in the journey. There certainly is great joy that comes in accomplishment as well as learning from our challenges. We appreciate who you are becoming, and I wish you much joy and success in the years to come. Principal Heaton, on behalf of the Iron County School Board and District Administration, I accept the presented graduating students. Please prepare them to receive their diplomas.
Jacob Chase Adams. Parker Boyd Aiken. Hannah Elizabeth Akins. Lucelina Cassandra Alamia. Lucy Miranda Allen. Jolie Michelle Anderson. Jordan Lynn Anderson. Alma Paul Acey. Carissa Ashdown. Sidilver Alavia. Nathan Jeremy Baker. Ryan Kyle Baldwin. Drake Thomas Baltzer. Bryn Banks. Matthew Wyatt Barton. Nathan Craig Barton. Richard James Batt. Taylor Beeson. Matthew Ryan Bench. Kyler Brent Bergener. Jessica Ann Berry. Branson Carlisle Blackner. Luke Thales Blake. Brianna Lynn Bleak. Riley Corey Bleak. Marlon Jev Borst. Fidel Oteo Jr. Joshua Stephen Boyle. Christian William Bradfield. Sterling R.L. Bradshaw. Charles Landon Brandt. Cody Lee Briggs. Logan Gerald Briggs. Brecken Lee Brindley. Tickest Bethel Brown. Brandon Lee John Burke. Chelsea Jane Burton. Brinley June Bybee. Nephi Kahas. Laura Callison. Audrey Nicole Calloway. Peyton Monroe Canary II. Sierra Page Carpenter. Lauren Sadie Carter. Ariana Tondra Castillo. Miranda Lucy Chappell. Brianna Lynn Christensen. Carissa Ann Christiansen. Makaisa Kelly Christie. Sierra Nicole Clark. Dallin Mark Clark. Nicole Marie Clark. Lorian Ryan Colbert. Corbin Matthew Cook. Georgia Cook. Adam Jewett Covington. Bridger L. Cox. Tanner Lee Cox. Rebecca May Cram. Mackenzie Culler. Colton Patrick Curtis. Brianne Priscilla Davis. Tyson Bradley Davis. Joshua Franklin DeLagle. Michaela Nicole Dinkheller. Kennedy Colleen Dix. Shelby Camille Dotson. Nelson Jared Douglas. Dallin James Duncan. Caden Paul Eastman. Alyssa Marie Edwards. Jonathan Larson Edwards. Lance Brady Egan. Mason Wade Eakins. Zion Blaine Elam. Crystal Nazoni Elena Elias. Anna Louise Ingelstead. Oscar Andres Estrada. Lexi Evans. Lindy Evans. Zach Curtis Fain. Brielle Fulmer. Aiden Montero Fanai.
Gisela Estella Garcia. Hallie Marie Garrett. Madison Garrett. Natalie Garrett. Jenna Celestia Gillette. Braden Jeffrey Green. Jocelyn Green. Madison Michelle Grimshaw. Exley Hackwell. Sierra Ann Halfley. Tyler Lee Haley. Chad Dwayne Harden. Trace Patrick Harden. Thomas Wesley Hart. Joshua Michael Hartman. William Heaton. Justin Tyler Hilliard. Anthony Michael Hink. Jessica Dallas Hink. Aubrey Raylyn Holdeman. Trevor Garrett Hollis. Cade Holmes. Cambry Rael Horman. Zoe Madeline Weezer. Isaacson. Morgan Riley Jennings. Alex S. Johnson. Kimberlyn Marie Johnson. Cara Ann Kessler. Ray Korashek. Madison Ray Croft. Caitlin Shania Lacey. JC Dawn Lambeth. Joey Lambeth. Sheena Nizoni Lane. Tally Rose Langford. Jose Larios. Jessica Jolynn Larson. Hallie Ann Lefevre. Chloe Nadine Lewis. Echo Louise Marie Lyle. Johnny Valentin Lopez. Stetson Ledoux McIntosh. David Lee Mandracina II. Kay Howlani Irene Mankel. Toby Tyler Mardis. Caitlin Shea Marriott. Rosa Alina Martinez. Tice R. Matheson. Autumn LeRae Maxwell. Jared Bradley Maxwell. Connor Jade McCabe. Sean Jared McGann. Eric Andrew Meekum. Bryce Douglas Meekum. Jose Emilio Medina. Mallory Melling. Hannah Virginia Mendenhall. Kelly Ann Meyer. Garrett Lee Miller. Jarrett Scott Minton. Alexis Marie Mitchell. Braden William Mitchell. Ruby Molina. Ralph Warren Mortensen II. Jacob Delson Mosley. Tobe Loman Nilsson. Tyler Edison Nilsson. Nathaniel Stephen Newman. Joshua Daniel Nielsen. Tayana Nitzkowski.
Athena Marie Oborn. Ashley Owenslager. Whitney Mikkel Osler. Danley Jacoy Overson. Tristan Dennis Overson. Sierra Rose Padilla. Leah Janelle Palmer. Rachel Brianne Pangan. Mason Lee Paxton. Brandon C. Peterson. Dallin Gregory Peterson. Mason Tracy Peterson. Bryce Trevor Pollock. Riley McCade Porter. Toby Ray Potter. Tyson Ray Potter. Alexis Prisby. Haley Danielle Reber. Claudia Kim Riddle. Stockton Christopher Rigby. Brendan Tyler Risney. Casey Allen Robinson. Michaela J.L. Robinson. Jaden Hunter Roden. Tad Kelby Rollins.
I think it will be appropriate for you to say that we're out of the diplomas and we'll get them later, because each of the students is coming up on why they're not getting one.
Okay.
But we don't have any more.
Special announcement. We're out of program covers, diploma covers. I'm really offended by that because this is my alphabet. And these kids worked hard. But we'll take care of it. So students, as you come through, just understand you're going to shake hands with the administration, and we'll get you your diplomas after the service is over. Kylie Jaslyn Rose. Sagely J. Rosenberg. Kinley Emmeline Roundy. Scott K. Sanders. Jocelyn Kim Sawyer. Kelsey K. Marie Schwartz. Taylor Ann Sharp. Hannah Shields. Cameron James Ward Shumway. Mia Marie Smith. Joshua Lee Sommers. Quentin Sean Spivak. Caitlin Hope Staple. Trenton Judd Stapley. Brandon Newell Steed. Michaela Joe Stephenson. Augustus Guillermo Franklin Sumner. Chris Tarayo. Zachary Edward Taylor. Robert David Thomas. Keegan Allen Tillman. Shaylin Ann Trigo. Elizabeth Vasquez. Sailor Marie Vergona. Trevin Earl Wade. Hunter Trace Watson. Latasha Irene Watson. David Clark Weber. Brittany Ruth Wiedemeyer. Brittany Milena Wicker. Brinley Mindy White. Avery Enoch Whitaker. Madison Audrey Marie Wilcox. Andrew Wild. Charles McKay Woolsey. Elsie Betty Workman. Mitchell Glenn Wright. Zachary Scott Zufelt. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduating class from Canyon View High School 2018.
We're gonna wait.
Hold on. I guess not.
I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Because every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams to keep me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams is for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. All right, so I'm the last thing you have to hear, so I'm going to make this quick, okay? So, good evening to our fellow graduates, teachers, faculty, friends, and family. Thank you all for being here tonight, supporting us as you have for the last 4 years. We wouldn't have made it here without you. I would like to thank each and every one of you individually, but there just isn't enough time. But there is one thank you I would like to make. I would like to thank one of our teachers who has had a tremendous impact on my life, and I'm sure many of your lives. Mr. Robbie Potter, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for rolling out the red carpet on the first day of school and being there to cheer us on every day after that. Thank you for not only teaching us that you can marry into more money in a minute than you can make in a lifetime, but also teaching us the values of hard work and passion. Passion is one thing I'd really like to talk about today. Over the last 4 years, we've been working towards getting a diploma, but as Ralph Emerson said, life is a journey, not a destination. The things we remember about high school will not be how early we woke up to go to practice or how late we stayed up to finish that essay the night before. The things we remember from high school will be all the team trips we took, whether it was sports or music, the time we broke the floor at grads, and all the basketball and football games we attended where we had the best student section. Over the last 4 years, we've become passionate about our Falcon family, and now as we graduate, we have the opportunity to become passionate about something new. Whatever that something new is, don't be afraid to go find it. Don't be afraid to wander off the path. Today, we must credit those who have wandered off the path, because it's those who dare to touch the horizon or climb to the peak that truly incite change and inspire us to dream. They taught us that doing what is hard and not comfortable is where we can truly make a difference. As former President John F. Kennedy said, we choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal to serve, to organize, and to measure the best of our energies and skills. And it is as future President Joshua Franklin DeLago once told me, God didn't create us just to be able to achieve easy things, nor did God create us to be able to achieve hard things. He created us to be able to achieve the impossible things. For the rest of your life, you will be faced with one choice. Are you going to rise to the extraordinary or linger with the ordinary? Now, as we all go our separate ways, I hope you all choose to take the extraordinary route. I hope you never settle, never become complacent, strive for more, and strive for better. Now, if you would all please stand and follow me in moving your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2018. We made it.
Thank you, everyone. We love you. Appreciate you. Be safe tonight.